What would you risk for the thrill of winning it all? For Fyodor Dostoevsky, this wasn't just a question, but a personal torment, one that would fuel his writing of The Gambler. Trapped in a cycle of debt and addiction, Dostoevsky poured his soul into this novella, exploring the dark corners of human nature, obsession, and the perilous lure of chance. In this video, we'll unravel the gripping tale of The Gambler, dive into Dostoevsky's tumultuous life, and uncover the deeper psychological and philosophical questions that resonate through every page. Are you ready to gamble with your understanding of the human mind? Let's begin. Imagine being trapped in a relentless cycle of risk and reward, where every roll of the dice could lead to fortune or ruin. This was the life of Fyodor Dostoevsky, one of history's greatest novelists. Born in Moscow in 1821, Dostoevsky's works delve into the deepest corners of the human soul, but it's his personal demons, particularly his crippling addiction to gambling, that truly fuel The Gambler. In the 1860s, Dostoevsky's life was on the brink. Haunted by debts and driven by an insatiable urge to gamble, he found himself in a downward spiral. This wasn't just about losing money, it was about losing control, something that bled into his writing. The Gambler wasn't just a story, it was his reality, his confession, and his cry for understanding. In just 26 days, under immense pressure to pay off debts, Dostoevsky poured his experiences into The Gambler. This wasn't a fictional tale, it was his life on paper. The emotional turmoil, the obsession, the constant chase for that next win, it all came from a place of raw experience. The novella isn't just about gambling, it's about the human condition, about how far someone will go when they're pushed to the edge. Written in desperation, The Gambler reflects a man who lived on the brink of ruin. What drove Dostoevsky to write this novella so quickly, and what truths did he uncover about himself and human nature along the way? Step into the chaotic world of The Gambler, where fortunes are won and lost in the blink of an eye, and every decision teeters on the edge of disaster. The story unfolds in a fictional European spa town, a glamorous yet deceptive place where the rich and desperate collide, all seeking their moment of glory at the roulette table. At the heart of this whirlwind is Alexei Ivanovich, a young tutor working for a once wealthy Russian general. Alexei is intelligent, passionate, and utterly consumed by his obsessions. Chief among them, his love for Polina Alexandrovna, the general's stepdaughter. But his affection for Polina isn't simple or pure. It's tangled up with jealousy, pride, and a dangerous sense of duty. As the plot thickens, the stakes get higher. The general is drowning in debt, hoping for an inheritance that never seems to come, while Alexei watches helplessly as Polina is manipulated by the greedy suitors around her. Desperation looms large, and in this atmosphere of tension and uncertainty, Alexei turns to the one thing he thinks can change his fate: gambling. The heart of the novella revolves around the roulette wheel. For Alexei, the spinning wheel becomes a symbol of hope, despair, and the unpredictable nature of life itself. As he gambles recklessly, winning and losing fortunes, his life spirals out of control. What begins as a bid for freedom and love soon becomes a descent into madness, as Alexei's addiction to the thrill of the game eclipses everything else. As the story reaches its climax, Alexei's world crumbles around him. Relationships shatter, dreams collapse, and the seductive allure of chance reveals its dark side. The ending leaves us questioning, is Alexei a victim of his circumstances, or did he willingly gamble away his soul? At its core, The Gambler is a story about power. Power in relationships, power over fate, and the power of money. Alexei's love for Polina is tangled in a web of control and manipulation, where affection is currency, and everyone is playing a game to get what they want. Dostoevsky critiques the society that equates wealth with worth, showing how those with money hold the reins of power, often to the detriment of those around them. In The Gambler, fate and free will are constantly at odds. The spinning roulette wheel symbolizes the randomness of life, how chance can dictate fortunes, yet how much of that is truly left to chance. Dostoevsky forces us to ask whether Alexei is a victim of fate or if his downfall is the result of his own choices. This tension between fate and free will is central to the story, reflecting Dostoevsky's broader philosophical explorations in his other works. One of the most powerful themes in The Gambler is the psychological toll of addiction. Through Alexei's experiences, Dostoevsky delves into the mind of an addict, the highs of winning, the lows of losing, and the constant need for more. It's a brutal depiction of how addiction warps reality, isolates individuals, and ultimately destroys lives. For Dostoevsky, who knew this struggle all too well, the novella is both a reflection and a warning. Dostoevsky doesn't just critique individual behavior, he also takes aim at society as a whole. In The Gambler, he presents a world driven by greed, vanity, and a relentless pursuit of wealth. The characters are often morally compromised, with their actions reflecting a deeper societal decay. Through them, Dostoevsky questions the values of a society that prioritizes material gain over human integrity. Alexei Ivanovich, the tormented soul. At the heart of The Gambler is Alexei Ivanovich, a character who embodies the conflict between desire and self-destruction. As the story's protagonist, Alexei is intelligent and self-aware, yet he's also impulsive, obsessive, and ultimately a prisoner of his own weaknesses. His love for Polina is intense, but it's not pure. It's clouded by his insecurities and desperation. This complex mix of emotions drives Alexei's actions throughout the novella, making him both a sympathetic and tragic figure. His journey is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked desire, and Dostoevsky uses Alexei to explore the fragility of the human psyche. Polina Alexandrovna, the enigma. Polina Alexandrovna, the object of Alexei's obsession, is a character shrouded in mystery and complexity. She is both vulnerable and manipulative, oscillating between affection and cruelty. Polina's relationship with Alexei is one of power dynamics. She holds control over him, yet she is also trapped in her own struggles, particularly with her stepfather and suitors. Polina's character reflects the novella's broader themes of power and dependency, and her ambiguous nature adds depth to the story. Through Polina, Dostoevsky examines how love can be both a source of strength and a tool for control. The general, the ruined aristocrat. The general, Polina's stepfather, represents the decaying aristocracy of Russia. Once wealthy and powerful, he is now reduced to a desperate man, clinging to the hope of an inheritance that may never come. The general's downfall is a critique of the hollow nature of wealth and status. Dostoevsky uses him to illustrate the futility of relying on external fortunes. His dependence on others, particularly on his romantic relationship with a woman much younger than him, underscores his vulnerability and the shifting power dynamics in the novella. Other key characters. Mr. Astley, the Englishman who contrasts sharply with the other characters, representing rationality and restraint. His calm demeanor and moral integrity make him a foil to Alexei's impulsive nature, and his unrequited love for Polina adds another layer of complexity to the story. Madame Blanche, a fortune-seeking woman who preys on the general, embodying the novella's themes of greed and manipulation. Her relationship with the general is transactional, highlighting the moral decay that permeates the world of The Gambler. The Gambler offers a profound exploration of addiction, not just as a personal failing, but as a psychological and philosophical dilemma. Dostoevsky presents addiction as a multifaceted issue, where the thrill of gambling serves as a metaphor for the human condition. The psychological high of winning, contrasted with the despair of losing, reflects the volatile nature of human emotions and the search for meaning in chaos. Dostoevsky's depiction of Alexei's addiction highlights how the pursuit of pleasure can become an all-consuming force, leading to a complete loss of self-control and rationality. Dostoevsky's novella raises existential questions about the nature of human existence and the search for meaning. Alexei's relentless pursuit of gambling is not just a quest for financial gain, but a deeper search for purpose and identity. His actions reflect the broader existential struggle to find meaning in a seemingly indifferent world. Dostoevsky invites readers to ponder whether our choices are driven by inherent desires, or if they are merely responses to external pressures. The roulette wheel becomes a symbol of the randomness and unpredictability of life, prompting us to question the role of chance in shaping our destinies. A key philosophical insight in The Gambler is the illusion of control. The characters, especially Alexei, believe they can control their fate through gambling, but Dostoevsky reveals the futility of this belief. The randomness of the roulette wheel serves as a harsh reminder of life's inherent unpredictability. Through Alexei's story, Dostoevsky critiques the notion that we can manipulate or control our circumstances through sheer willpower. Instead, he underscores the limits of human agency and the often illusory nature of control. Dostoevsky also explores the duality of human nature, how people are capable of both noble aspirations and base impulses. Alexei's character embodies this duality. He is both a loving man and a reckless gambler, a person who seeks redemption yet succumbs to his vices. This duality is mirrored in the broader societal context of the novella, where appearances often mask deeper moral and psychological conflicts. Dostoevsky's portrayal of this duality prompts readers to reflect on their own inner conflicts and the complexity of human behavior. As we draw our exploration of The Gambler to a close, it's clear that Dostoevsky's novella is more than just a story about gambling. It's a profound commentary on human nature, obsession, and the eternal quest for meaning. Through Alexei's turbulent journey, Dostoevsky unearths the complexities of addiction and the pitfalls of chasing ephemeral rewards. The novella serves as both a cautionary tale and a deep philosophical inquiry into the human condition. In today's world, where the allure of risk and the chase for instant gratification are more prevalent than ever, The Gambler remains strikingly relevant. It prompts us to reflect on our own pursuits and the extent to which we are driven by our desires. Dostoevsky's insights into the psychological and moral dimensions of gambling offer valuable lessons for modern readers, reminding us of the consequences of allowing obsession to dictate our lives. What do you think about the themes and insights explored in The Gambler? Have you experienced the highs and lows of obsession in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What resonated with you the most? And if you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content on classic literature and its deeper meanings. We have more in-depth analyses and explorations of literary and movie masterpieces coming up. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive into another fascinating work and uncover the layers of meaning behind it. Until then, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.